Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
And tonight we have new information on that shootout at an East Side HEB that left 2 security guards injured and the suspect dead.
This was a developing story we brought you this time yesterday. Now we're hearing what witnesses saw inside that store before that shooting. According to San Antonio police, witnesses saw the suspect just moments before the shooting Monday afternoon, stealing food from the HEB on East Houston and North New Braunfels. Witnesses inside the HEB also say the suspect was pointing a gun at people. When he left the store, police say that's when 2 security guards followed him.
Yeah, and shortly after leaving the store, SAPD says the suspect shot at the 2 guards. Both of them shot back, killing the suspect. SAPD says the 2 security guards are now expected to be okay. The name of the suspect killed has not been released yet.
The threat of a recession has been looming for a while now. Whether or not one comes, though, you're probably feeling the weight of higher prices on just about everything.
Yeah, it's hitting a key part of our economy especially hard, small businesses. Max Massey checks in with a few to see how they're making it work.
We have been in business here in San Antonio for 5 years. Originated out of Lubbock, Texas. It's going to get a little loud.
For Frank Jimenez and Jimenez Panaderia, it's not been an easy path, considering in their first couple years, they had to deal with the pandemic.
Of course, everyone's trying to stay afloat.
Then, the subsequent inflation. Inflation hitting small businesses across the board.
There's been a retraction in the market, and so we've seen about a 30% reduction.
Brock Dyson, the managing partner of 2 Peas in a Pot, he works with construction companies and food trucks.
The basic average costs have increased.
The other issue that small businesses have that big businesses don't is they don't have the resources to weather the effects of inflation.
David McPherson, an economics professor at Trinity, telling me inflation is still persistent. And really, this economic situation, it could get worse before it truly gets better.
2008 is probably not likely, but some sort of recession is more likely than not.
Even today, we're seeing the impact. The popular San Antonio restaurant, Sangria on the Berg, announcing on their Instagram that they're closing December 31st in what they describe in part rising costs and declining sales.
Within the past couple of years, it's been at least a good 25% increase.
For these small business operators, they tell me they are doing all they can to fight inflation.
I've actually increased my prices 3 times within the past 2 years, just because we have to stay afloat and to meet the minimal margins.
Being transparent with our customers and listening to our team are truly the 2 avenues that we've identified to help us at least grow or maintain. But it all starts with your people.
And there is cautious optimism.
Small businesses like us, we can't go too long when the economy goes for, several months.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Federal border agents are prohibited from cutting or removing razor security wire along the U.S. southern border for now. The 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals granted Texas a temporary stay in the state's fight against the Biden administration. The razor wire installed through Governor Greg Abbott's border security initiative. In a lawsuit filed in October, Texas alleged federal agents were destroying state property by cutting the razor wire in Eagle Pass. The apparent intention was to allow migrants into the U.S., but the federal government says the wire creates an obstruction that impedes border agents from doing their job.
Meantime, in El Paso, 2 sanctuary city billboards have popped up there. The signs read, quote, San Francisco welcomes immigrants, or, quote, New York City welcomes immigrants. SanctuaryCities.com claims to have paid for these. The website suggests cities like New York, San Francisco, and Chicago have ample services to help with housing, food, and legal assistance. But the Opportunity Center for the Homeless, which is in El Paso, says those cities might not actually have available resources because they are also overwhelmed with migrants.
After months of delays, arbitration resumed today for a fired San Antonio police officer accused of excessive force. Andre Vargas terminated in 2020 after he used profane language and fired his stun gun at an evading arrest suspect. A second officer who took part in the arrest also fired and later indicted by a grand jury for unlawful restraint. That case was dismissed earlier this year. Vargas was never criminally charged, has argued the department hands out disproportionate punishments depending on the officer. His arbitration is scheduled to wrap up later this week.
The trial for a man accused in the murder of a 4-year-old boy will begin tomorrow morning. Quentin Phillips is one of 3 charged in the deadly drive-by shooting that killed 4-year-old DeIrvion Whitley in 2017. Phillips, John Chapman, and Terrell Chase were arrested and charged in that case in 2020. Phillips is the first of the 3 men to be tried for murder. Local criminal defense attorney Daniel De La Garza, who is not involved in this case, gave us some insight why this might be a hard one for the state to prove.
I think that it's just real hard to find out who exactly the trigger person was. If one person did it, everybody participating is responsible. But, that's still really tough to prove in front of a jury.
Opening statements are expected tomorrow morning. If found guilty, Phillips faces up to life in prison.
Tonight, San Antonio police are asking for your help in finding 2 men accused of stealing a car at gunpoint and using it for other crimes throughout the city. Take a look at these surveillance images taken at a convenience store on San Pedro in November. According to SAPD, the 2 men allegedly broke into several vehicles, then went into the store. The police department also says the suspect stole a vehicle and used it for other crimes. They did not say what the other alleged crimes were. If you have any information about who these guys are, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
Let's take a look outside with live cam. Turned out to be a beautiful day, another one with plenty of sunshine. And Adam, looks like it could be another pretty sunset.
Oh, it is, yes. Not a 10 out of 10. We were spoiled previous days and evenings, I should say, but it's still a good one. I've got the time lapse coming in right now. I'll share that with you in a moment, along with the KSAT Connect photos. 42 this morning, 73 by the afternoon. Big temperature spread there, as we often see this time of year with the very dry air that's in place. And we have widespread 60s, even 70 Del Rio, 71 Cotulla, everybody else in the 60s, but these temperatures will be falling quickly and efficiently. So if you have outdoor plans this evening, get ready for that chill to settle in. Some high thin clouds, calm wind, 53 by 10 o'clock, midnight. We're down to 50 degrees. We'll talk about how cool it's going to get tomorrow morning. Some ups and downs in the temperature and humidity associated with our next cold front. We'll talk about its arrival in a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Adam. Let's take a look at traffic out there right now. This is I-35 at Alamo. You can see traffic zipping right along, coming towards the camera, a little slower going, moving away from the camera on the highway, moving away from us with the taillights there, but no big issues to tell you about.
Feeling loved, even just once, changes a child's life. At 5, we told you KSAT Community partnering with the Children's Shelter, which offers foster care services and programs, and the need there has never been greater.
A local foster family told Courtney Friedman those programs were so supportive, they're now adopting children.
Pure joy. A feeling every child deserves.
We've been foster parents since 2020, so a little over 3 years now. And it originally started with us having infertility issues and then wanting to be a family.
Misty and Mark Rodriguez have had as many as 7 foster children come through their home in 1 year.
We had 1 at a time, or the most we had was 2 at a time, but it didn't feel overwhelming. It felt really good to have the kids in our home.
They say that's because of the Children's Shelter foster programs. They went through training and have felt support through the entire journey.
Every time somebody would come into our home from the Children's Shelter, one of the first things they asked us is, do you need anything? So if you needed diapers or a car seat.
While fostering can be tough at times, the couple says the intangible gift they've been able to give is worth every second.
You don't know at that point if they've ever even felt love or a healthy environment. So you're now established to provide that for them.
They've already adopted 2-year-old Mia and are in the process of adopting another toddler. And they hope other families will make the call to learn about the Children's Shelter foster program.
We loved that we were able to kind of go at our own pace, whether we wanted to go really quickly or we wanted to go really slowly.
And it sounds like they're probably not done fostering.
I think we want to keep going. I want to keep going forever. We might take a pause, but we definitely want to keep going. I don't. I don't think we're ready to stop.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12 News. 12
What a gift they've given. Well, happening tomorrow, KSAT and our KSAT community partners are hosting a phone bank to raise money for the children's shelter. When you call in, you can learn more about their foster care programs and how your contributions will make a difference. If you just have questions, there's no obligation. You can just go ahead and call and get some of those questions answered. Again, the phone bank tomorrow starting at noon. It will run until 7 o'clock. You can find more information at ksatcommunity.com.
The San Antonio International Airport is getting into the holiday spirit by collecting toy donations for kids in our area. The airport is partnering up with Toys for Tots, the Marines, and local businesses to collect toys for at least 4,000 kids in our community. Aside from decorations at the airport, this is their kickoff to the Christmas season.
We are providing cheer to 4,000 kids and maybe more than 4,000 kids. It depends on how many gifts we actually receive.
It's the magic of Christmas in our children in our community to see them happy.
You can donate a toy from now until December 15th at a warehouse located on airport property. That address is 1964 First Avenue. They're open from 9 to 5. Gifts will be dropped off at the participating families on the 16th, 17th, 21st, and 22nd.
Later this week here on the News at 6 Doc Talk, it's our series featuring your medical questions on any subject. Scan this QR code to let us know what questions you want to ask local doctors. KSAT 12's Doc Talk airs Thursdays at 6:30.
Still to come here on the News at 6, let's go fishing. A former all-star NFL running back and San Antonio native is putting a hobby he picked up during retirement to good use. How Priest Holmes is teaching children life lessons with a rod and reel.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by Rodriguez Trial Law.
Hi, I'm Fidel Rodriguez Jr. with Rodriguez Trial Law. We'd like to wish all of our military family members a safe, healthy, and blessed Christmas season.
Tonight on the Night Beat, a family mourning the upcoming 13th anniversary of their missing mother suffers another blow. We're talking about Pauline Diaz. Tonight, we're learning more about what was stolen from that family's truck. This story and more on the Night Beat at 10. He is a former All-Pro NFL running back from San Antonio who continues to give back to the community. Priest Holmes ran for thousands of yards and a lot of touchdowns at Marshall High School. He ran it all the way to the NFL.
But in retirement, he's turned in the football for something a bit more relaxing, fishing. Our RJ Marquez sat down with Priest to discuss how he's using the reels and rods for an event to help out local kids.
You gotta have some stank on the end of that. You gotta have some, yeah. You gotta have some of that on the end.
It's a peaceful day at the lake for a running back who is known to punish defenses.
It seems like a therapeutic thing for you guys to do out here.
Yeah, and the small rippling effect of the waves that are coming through here, just calming and gives you a chance to just focus, relax.
That feeling is what San Antonio football great Priest Holmes wants to give hundreds of local kids.
It is fishing lines at Christmas time. It's an annual event that I do here.
We sat down to do a bit of fishing and some talking before Saturday morning's free event at Southside Lions Park.
So I love it when I get a chance to see these kids walk away with a free fishing rod. Their excitement when they see these worms and they're digging their hands in the cups.
Priest says it's another chance to give underserved kids opportunities they may not have.
They're more than 2 or 3 minutes from this lake at Southside Lions, and they may not have ever gone fishing.
And much like football, it's a team effort. The Priest Holmes Foundation also works with Reverend James Robinson of Gospel Vision Ministries to give back during the holidays.
Why do you give to people? Why do you give to the homeless? It's them today, it could be us tomorrow, so you never forget where you came from. Priest is down to earth, he's a friend, he's just somebody you really want to be around.
It's about being able to be that beacon of light and being a source and a resource and be able to, allow for God to work through me.
And it's all about casting a line and having a good time.
To come out and fish and have a really great time with their parents and other people in the community.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Priest Holmes is a very good guy. He was one of our first Spreester sessions.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and enjoyed visiting with him.
What a peaceful activity,
You know who's a big fan of fishing? He's got his own fishing costume.
That never gets old.
It's a shirt, a jersey. It's not a costume.
I called it a costume one time.
Accidentally.
And I'm never going to forget it. I am never going to forget it. Yeah.
I actually had a dream last night that a bunch of us KSAT folks were ice fishing up north.
Wow.
And I was like, what are you doing? It's too like the ice is too thin there.
That sounds about right.
Right.
Except me ice fishing. That does not sound right.
Not one thing about that sounds.
Wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Me on thin ice sounds right.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Yeah, you kind of live there sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at our sunset. Beautiful sunset again today. Bah, bah, bah. Sorry, I get excited. And this is from Floresville. Then we've got another one from here in town. Nice drone shot. Ooh, there it goes. Gets even lower. And of course, we have our time lapse of our vantage point from I-10-410. And you see the high, thin clouds, even a contrail streaming overhead in the sky there from high-flying aircraft. Their exhaust is hundreds of degrees Fahrenheit in the very cold air that's below zero, creates that cloud, kind of like when you breathe or exhale on a cold day outside. You see your breath. Same thing with those streaks from the airplanes, the contrails. Tomorrow morning, chill in the air, 38 in Bandera and Bernie, 41 Canyon Lake, 43 in and around San Antonio. You get to Hondo, Castroville, about 41. So a similar chill as to what we had earlier this morning, but we'll be warming up pretty quickly and efficiently. Jacket weather at sunrise. By noon, we're at 64, and then sunny and 70 for the high temperature by 4 p.m. and a light east-southeasterly wind at 5 to 10. By tomorrow afternoon, like I said, near 70. That's give or take a few degrees. Comfort 68. Floresville, Poth, Pleasanton, about 72 for the high. And notice we will see some changes. We'll get as warm as 76 on Friday, and then a cold front arrives on Saturday, dropping our temperatures for the second half of the weekend. On Sunday, a high temperature closer to 60, and the morning lows will take a bit of a dive as well. We'll get into that in one moment. Satellite and radar has those high thin clouds streaming overhead. Tough to see from the infrared satellite here. And now that we've lost our daylight, visible satellite is useless, but we have those high thin clouds and a little blue H, not a big blue H, a little blue H over the four corners, that upper level high that's settling in, giving us our peaceful, tranquil, sunny, and fairly comfortable weather, especially in the afternoons. The main moisture stream is coming in from the Pacific and basically roughly the Hawaiian Islands. This atmospheric river has been coming on shore for a few days now, pummeling the Pacific Northwest with areas of rain and high elevation snow. You look at the water vapor imagery, which is literally a depiction and measurement of the amount of water vapor in the air in the mid and upper levels, and you see that plume of moisture. That's going to continue to pile up and add up over the next several days, another 5+ inches possible in parts of the Pacific Northwest of rain. Around here, East Texas with our cold front on Saturday has a better chance than we do of getting some rain. It's not going to be much for them, but still just a 10 to 20% chance for a quick shower early Saturday morning on for the first part of the weekend with that cold front that moves in. Otherwise, we'll clear out and have a sunny weekend. 62 right now. Dew point of 46, so still fairly dry air in place. If you're susceptible to dry skin, you may have noticed it the past few days. That's going to change as we get into Friday and Saturday. Dew points actually climb a bit. Starting on Thursday, little extra humidity in the air. By Friday, a sticky, muggy feeling until that cold front moves through on Saturday, sweeping away that humidity. And this isn't just a comfort element here, but also that added humidity in the air is likely to bring us some morning fog for the commute on Thursday and even on Friday. Wouldn't surprise me early Saturday if we had some of the dreary fog in place. Notice the morning temperatures. Sunday down to 38, Monday down to 38. Widespread 30s behind that next cold front starting Sunday morning.
Yeah, that will be chilly. Thank you, Adam.
All right, he was not a fan of the transfer portal last year. I cannot imagine that this latest announcement makes Coach Jeff Traylor even more a fan of the transfer portal, Mary.
It's a tough thing because you lose players that, previously would have been committed to the program for a while. But it's the reality of what's happening. UTSA star edge rusher and AAC Defensive Player of the Year Trey Moore announced he's entering the portal. What a loss for the Roadrunners. And this weekend, the Dallas Cowboys can already clinch a playoff spot, but a lot would need to go their way.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
There are 3 NFL teams that can clinch a playoff spot this weekend, and the Dallas Cowboys are one of them, along with NFC foes Philadelphia and San Francisco. Aside from a win, Dallas would need other scenarios to fall into place to clinch as soon as Week 14, all of which include the Vikings, Packers, and Seahawks losing or tying, and a few cases beyond that. But first and foremost, the Cowboys would need a win against a favorite to win the Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles, who got pounced by the 49ers on Sunday, 42-19.
Yes, we want to get to this 10th win. We understand where they are, get to this 10th win. So that's really, I really do like the stretch that we're getting ready to be on in this, and I'll talk to the team more about this on Wednesday. But, when you look at the teams that we're getting ready to line up, and obviously Philadelphia is all that matters right now. I mean, this is an excellent opportunity for us to play in playoff type games without playoff consequences, and I think that serves very well because December football is something that I've always enjoyed. I think it's a great indication of where you are as a team and what you need to obviously do to get into the playoffs and be ready for the playoffs. So we're looking for it. I mean, it's the Cowboys and the Eagles. I don't think you have to say anything more than that.
It'll be a big, big game. Sunday Night Football, a 7:20 kick. Smithson Valley product and AAC Defensive Player of the Year Trey Moore announced today on X that he's entering the NCAA transfer portal. This, of course, is a huge loss for the UTSA football team. The star edge rusher set a program record this season with 14 sacks, which is also tied for the most in the nation as a redshirt sophomore, and played a pivotal role in UTSA's 8-4 season. Moore has proved himself to be among the best in college football despite playing in the AAC, so playing for a bigger program with more eyes will certainly gain him more credibility. UTSA will face Marshall in the Frisco Bowl December 19th without Trey Moore. Tomorrow night, the San Antonio Spurs tip off in Minneapolis against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who own the best record in the NBA. The T-Wolves haven't been at full strength as of late, but it's likely they'll get their star Anthony Edwards back in time to face the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is also expected to return to the court after missing Friday's game against the Pelicans. Now, if you followed along from the beginning, you know Wembanyama has made major improvements in his game since the start of the season. The French rookie credits his evolving patience and understanding for the game as to why.
How I feel is whenever I do my thing and I take my time and get to my spot, it's always a basket, and I feel very comfortable in those stretches. But I gotta, I still rush, I still turn the ball over, and this is what we're working on, and it goes through a lot of talking, and realizing.
Both teams will be rested when they square off. Minnesota will have had a 4-day break, and the Spurs 5. It'll be a 6:30 tip-off on ESPN, another nationally televised game.
It'll be an interesting game.
It will be.
Yeah. Thanks, Mary.
Our KSAT Q&A with Mayor Ron Nierenberg is up next.